so many people struggle with poison ivy, don't know what to do, and they just let it go, just stay away from it,
Yeah.
which, it's not that difficult, it's just you don't want to get it. And so if you do the right thing, wear the right clothes, it's not hard. And basically what I do is I buy a raincoat, full body raincoat,
Yeah.
pants and top. And then I buy shoulder length gloves, and rubber boots. So
Mhm.
everything can be washed with soap and water, so that's what I do. I gear up on, I put them on, and you know, of course it's a challenge because, like I was doing that job in 95-degree weather. It was just that's the timing for me to do that job. I couldn't, or I couldn't, I didn't want to put it off just because it was hot. But
Mhm.
it's something, if it is hot, you have to be careful. You can't stay in the suit too long, because like I had to do, I had to dress up and then dress down twice,
Mhm.
just to be careful, because I was in it for an hour. The first part took an hour,
Mhm.
which was the majority of it. And when I was done, I was wearing blue jeans and my general work shirts.
Mhm.
But I was soaked. Even my
Mhm.
socks and my boots were soaked because I was just sweating so bad. Um, and I needed to get in my truck with my AC on. But then I could only run it for a little while because then I got so cold because I was so sweaty, you know. So it is what it is, And then I actually changed clothes and then came back and then finished it. As you can see in the video, just you put on the clothes and then do the work that you need to do. I had headphones on because I like to keep my brain occupied. The problem was I didn't have my hat on, because I was going to wear the hood, and I decided I didn't want it, but my headphones kept falling in my face and stuff. Just, they're noise canceling headphones. They're not like, these are much lighter and they wouldn't do it, but the other ones, they're different. So, other than that,
Mhm.
it was fine. And I did the majority of that whole video was an hour, about an hour. And then when, just always have Dove soap in a bucket of water, because there are times where I had to take off the gloves to do something else. And so I could wash my gloves with the soap and water, which would dilute the poison ivy oil, because that's what poison ivy is. It's an oil that gets absorbed into the skin and creates that irritation and itchiness. So some people get it really bad. Other people, they can actually handle it and it doesn't have any effect on them. I have no idea what the genetics is there, but that is what it is, right? So for me, if I get it, I get it. And but I'm not afraid to work around it, or, every job I go to, I look for it,
Nice.
so for myself and my guys.
Mhm.
And sometimes I miss it. It might be too small or something under some other ground cover. But like the stuff I was working on is growing. There were three different types of vines growing in that landscaping. And I had
Yeah.
to really seek it out and find it and, get as much of it as I could at that point. So, but anyway, when I'm done, it's, I have a bucket of soap and water and I
Yeah.
just wash my whole self off, and it breaks down the oil so that it doesn't move anywhere else. I mean, if I'm working and I don't finish a job, I actually leave the suit at the site. I don't
Mm.
put it in my truck. There are times I have, but I throw it in the bed of the truck
Yeah.
and I leave it there. I don't really care what happens to it. It's a $30 raincoat,
Yeah.
you know. And half the times, you know, the first use, I split the pants down the middle,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. They're generally most the jackets are not throwaways, but the pants never last.
Yeah.
Just for that reason, I bend over and whoop, it's like SpongeBob. Whoop, I rip my pants, whatever. So anyway, yeah, but wash them off and it's all good. No, and I don't ever really get it from any job that I do, because I put the right clothes on. Yeah,
equipment.
that basically covers, it's called PPE, personal protective equipment. That's what it would be classified or categorized as.
Yeah.
So wear the proper PPE.
Cool.
But if you miss a part, especially the cleanup, that can get you.
Mm.
Like I washed the tools, like because I had a scraper that I used to scrape it off a wall, right? I had a shovel because I was digging a root out, a stump out, which
Mm.
probably isn't in the video, but I had to get it out
Yep.
anyway because it was dead and there was poison ivy all around it. And then when I'm done, I make sure that I wash everything off. Anything that comes in contact with my hands or my PPE or the poison ivy.
Mm.
So, and then I stuff it into bags so that I could get rid of it. So, one, I don't want to put it in my dump trailers or truck backs of my trucks, or this way the oils can get on stuff because I've had my guys in the past, throw it in the truck or even put it in a tarp and then throw it in the truck, and the leaves would rub on the truck bed rim, the top part, right? And then we take it out, or it would rub on the way out, and then guys would go in and reach over to get a tool out or something, and they end up with poison ivy all on their
Oh.
undersides of their arms. So
Mm.
just the stuff can get around if you're not careful. So I just try to keep it as contained in an area. So if I'm working in an area, I try to do everything in that area. Once I start moving it around, there's potential for the oil to get on something,
Yeah.
and then people are trying to figure out, where did I get it? You'll never figure it out, but it had to do with the oil got from A to B somehow.
Yeah.
And then you just happen to show up at B.
Yeah.
So